Hi, my name's Alison Cahill and I'm the director of Taking Sides by Ronald Harwood, which is the second show of the next season at Highbury Theatre. Taking Sides is a dramatised version of the investigation or interrogation into Wilhelm Furtwängler, who was the conductor of the Berlin Philharmonic during World War II. He was appointed to the position in 1933 by the Nazi Party and essentially became their poster boy. He decided to stay rather than leave the country, and after the end of the war he was part of the investigations which were the denazification of Germany. The play is taken from his diaries. Most of the characters, apart from him, are potentially amalgamations of people behind and involved with the interrogation and the investigation. So the two main protagonists in the play are Wilhelm Furtwängler and also a Major Steve Arnold. He represents himself as being completely ignorant of classical music, is very anti-elitist. He finds the whole subject of orchestras and that kind of control, etc., and power, I think, highly unpalatable. He's had a very rough ride up until this point, knows firsthand the horror of the death camps, so his interaction with Furtwängler and the other people involved in the play comes from a very different direction. Furtwängler, on the other side, believes that art and politics should be separate, that art, music, poetry, theatre, writing, etc. shouldn't be influenced by politics and it shouldn't influence politics. This is potentially a very naive attitude to have, but he also loved his country and suggests that the reason he stayed was because it showed his support of Germany as a country, not the political regimes that were in place. So what the play does is argue both sides. Should Furtwängler have left or should he have stayed? It doesn't give the audience one answer or the other. It doesn't say which is right or which is wrong or whose side you should take. It asks the audience to make that decision for themselves, and if we've done our job correctly with the performance, then that might change nightly. Although it's about the denazification of Germany, which is obviously a single point in time, it can be tied to any point in time, really, where we're asked to make decisions based on what a person who is famous or a person who is well known has decided to take a standpoint. And if you follow one or follow the other, you're demonised for making a decision or following a particular path, when perhaps the truth is much more grey. What would we do in that situation, in those circumstances, if our very survival was on the line? We all like to think we'd make the right moral choice, but who's to say what we would do in those circumstances?